You won't know until you start doing it, right? And see what feels right. But being able to do covers is the fastest way to grow. So inject your art into it. Doing covers, especially when you can, like if you're gonna bring a jazzy voice to Old Town Road, it could be really cool. That'd be awesome. The biggest problem with a lot of covers is you try to do it exactly like them, and then you're just a junior version of them, right? So inject your art into it. So don't sing it exactly like they did, bring your thing to it. And it could be something, if you're a singer, it's a much faster way to do covers. One, it's easier for you because you don't have to think about the words, you don't have to think about the composition as much because it's not an original song. So yeah, you can pump out covers a lot faster. Now, if you're adding your own art and style to it, it takes a little bit more time, but still nothing compared to writing an original song and albums, right? But it's also it's the taste, it's the easy path in to find your content, right? So for example, here at Toronto Dance Salsa, we'll teach salsa classes, but in our first class, we don't teach salsa, we teach merengue. Merengue is also a Latin dance, but all you're doing is this with your feet. And then you're moving your hands and all sorts of bunch of fun stuff. But salsa is actually a pretty hard dance to learn, so we get people started early with something easy that they can get. So having the merengue for your business would be covers, right? And it could be a tribute to something that's happening, like whatever, you look at the top trending 25 songs and you make a cover of that. You could also do it as a tribute, right? Like when Prince died or David Bowie died or whoever, an artist that you look up to, you cover their best songs or the songs that you like the most as a tribute to them so that people are searching and then they find you and they say, oh, she's also done this, this, this. Oh, and then here are these original songs that she does as well. Depending on how often you can crank out a cover.
I mean, in that context, 3 a day would be a lot.
3 a day is insane. Nobody does 1 a day. Like if you're an artist, especially if you can freestyle or you can do covers quickly, you should be doing 1 a day. Like you'll blow up. If you did 1 a day for a year and you're decent, assuming you have talent. But honestly, even if you're not, like if you just suck but you keep making it, you'll get a following, right? Yeah, but or if you just totally suck, people will follow. Like if I did it, I would suck, but I would gain a following because people just like seeing me suck, or like he's trying again. Like you just build up an audience, right? Not even parody. Like they're trying to get good, right? It's just a consistency. If you could get 1 a day, that's ambitious and nobody's doing it.
Quality, little recorded music, iPhone, 45 seconds.
Audio quality is the most important. Audio quality.
So go with like Zoom.
Go like even here, like I have this little Zoom. Yeah, just something quick, especially for a song, because the audio quality, the video doesn't matter as much. You could be in your bathroom, like it doesn't matter.
Most of them are,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be fancy, but having quality audio for singing, for any video, right? Like if he's doing videos about fitness, he's got his trainers coming on teaching me how to do X, Y, Z. Bad audio, if I'm like having to lean in to try to listen to it, it's gonna be a lot worse. Even if it's like the fanciest video and the perfect zoom ins and cuts and everything, if I can't hear properly, I'm gonna stop watching the video. But especially for you, where the audio is the whole thing.
If I sound bad, then.
Yeah, so if you could take, I would do a mashup of like whatever is hot and trending now, but then also throw in some people that you love, like throwbacks to the era that you really resonate to, but then also like new kids and In Sync and like other like go old school for bands that you connect with, like do Britney Spears and some nostalgia ones, but Britney with jazz could be cool.
Right. Even if I'm not going to be performing that, just for entertainment value.
You never know, but like who knows? Maybe you'll perform it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
That's totally what I was thinking.
Jazz version. That could be awesome. You slow it down and you make it sensual. Like I don't know, you do your thing. That could be cool. Not and maybe like a lot of artists will do that on a live show where they'll do their own. What's that?
But no one would see it. Just the 20.
No, but you have your set. You have your set, but then you have your bonus content as well, right? For the encore, when you come back on and say, hey, I'm going to do some Britney. So it's a part of you, but it doesn't have to interfere with the whole show, because your show might have this theme and arc of a story that you want to tell that Hit Me Baby One More Time maybe doesn't fit inside that arc. But then there's this little bonus piece at the end that you can bring people in for. Or it becomes this whole new thing where like you're half original and half covers, and you bring jazz to everything that you do. I don't know. Like, you don't know until you go off and do it.
Is it feasible to have kind of 3 faces, I guess? So, like, when I do jazz, I know that the 55 plus are the ones who are like, yes, this is my stuff, I remember this, my parents made this, etc. And so, the show I did last weekend, all catered to that style, more classic in every way. End of the month of November, it'll be my original music, it'll be a whole different thing, it'll look different, I'll be dressed differently. And then if I had a third project, which was like the trap or the stuff that I'm into that's
The trap jazz. I'm
grandmas
excited
will
to see
not
what you got.
understand at the end of the set. It will they'll say, what did you just do?
But hopefully you have enough commonalities within the jazz that people can respect and appreciate the other format. So that the grandmother might not know the song, Hit Me Baby One More Time, but like, ooh, what's that new jazz song that just came out, right? Because it's still your style all the way through.
My style would change though. I would be jazz or just be cool.
Well, you figure it out. I mean, now it's getting into the weeds of the actual execution of it. You just start and you see. Maybe you try 4 and then you hate it and you move on, or you have to adjust and adapt. Do well. The first one won't be how you end up. Like 30 in will be different than the first one that you did. Not just different song selection, but how you go off and do the cover will be different just by doing. Or maybe it becomes the whole thing. Or maybe you develop an alter ego. And maybe on your show, like you're now on stage and you have half your face painted and half your costume. And like when you face this way, you're singing, and then you turn around and then you, I don't know, like who knows? Maybe it becomes your whole thing. You won't know until you do it. Like you can't plan it. Don't credit me. This is the Evan Carmichael, like great. Oh, you won't know until you start doing it, right? And see what feels right. But being able to do covers is the fastest way to grow. If you can do a daily cover, even for a minute of a song, or like the hook, or most important part of the song, like the way she did it was super cool. That's how you can really blow up. Where most people do the cover but fail because they're doing it the same way that everybody else is doing it. Like I think of Eminem and the Lose Yourself song.
Yeah,
right? I love that song. Nobody can cover that song.
I've seen it.
Not good, not rap. Like I've seen other covers, like you could do a jazzy version of it, which could be cool, and I've seen that version. It's like, oh, that's a different take. But people who try to do a rap version, they all suck. Because Eminem crushes that song. Like you can't hold anything to Eminem when he's doing that song, right? So that's the problem. It's like another cover if you're like a baby Eminem, it's never gonna take off. But if you did it in your jazzy style, like that's a really cool take on it. That's what most people don't do. So they only, like most people who would look like you would only take jazz songs and then cover those jazz songs, and then you're a baby whoever, as opposed to taking an Eminem song and saying, I'm gonna bring some jazz to this, and now it's something brand new. Yeah. Yeah, if you can go daily, that's awesome. 3 times a day is insane. Nobody does that. Nobody does daily.
Comedians do. Like Kev on stage, he gets a new another 1,000 followers each day. It's posted ridiculously. It's wild.
I love it. Yes, like I post 4 times a day on YouTube, full-length videos, right? Like it's totally possible and doable, especially if you are the talent and you can just record. It's just super scary for most people. If you say go 3 times a day, they're gonna faint. Like once a day, they're gonna faint. So you just start like, okay, start with once a week.
So musically, it would be weird or too much if it was 3 times a day. I know that.
None of it. No, I would do it. Yeah.
I won't, but I just so I know.
No. Like TikTok could be good. You put the song on and you sing your version of it. But especially, well, TikTok can work really well for you, and then Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah,
That's where we're focused. Yeah, jazz covers. I like it.
If you have a podcast or interview show and want me to be a guest on it, I have 2 options for you. There's a link right there next to me. Go click it, and I look forward to being a guest on your show.